tires, wreckers, and more. Brought to you by Howe Patio and Windows. They bring you premier windows, sunrooms, siding, and roofing in all of Southwest Michigan since 1983.
Disclaimer. Anything you hear or see on this episode cannot be held against Checkers, Wreckers, and More. Copyright Checkers, Wreckers, and More, 2022.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus, or as our brothers to the south call you, Jesus, we thank you so much for this bountiful harvest of Domino's, KFC, and the always delicious Taco Bell. I just want to take time to say thank you for my family, my two beautiful, handsome, striking sons, Walker and Texas Ranger, or TR, as we call him. And of course, my red-hot smoking wife.
Hey.
What is going on, everybody?
We were in a very in-depth conversation right there. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, how's everyone doing? Thank you for joining us. Paul, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I slept last night and it was fantastic, so I'm feeling pretty good. Unlike you, I think you're in my role from last week.
Yeah,
I was dying.
You know, I don't know, the past few weeks, past few years, I haven't been sleeping very well. Today I picked up my CPAP machine because I guess I have severe sleep apnea. Who knew?
It happens. Anybody who's shared a room, we knew.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, I'll be able to use it tonight and be like Maverick from Top Gun. So it'll be fun.
Dude, just think of the Halloween costume you could have.
Oh yeah, I'll just use my old ones because I have to replace them every so often. Yeah, it's a good call. Hey, make sure you guys like our page. You share the stream. Comment your questions. I guess for me, huge thank you to Howe Patio Windows as we are in studio Howe Patio Windows. Voila. But also thank you to Alicia for everything she does. She's been hard at work. She's been helping me out a lot these last few weeks, getting the mini wedges ready. And she did a really good job as a promoter yesterday. So I can't thank her enough for what she's doing, not only for our show, but for the mini wedges as well. So thank you. No, she didn't die, Kelly. She changed up a little bit for this show.
Said your wife did.
Oh, my wife did.
To needing you
Maybe I need glasses too on top of the CPAP machine.
Hi, Mom. Tina, thank you for that awesome picture. Oh, that was sweet. I love those overhead late model shots. She posted a picture of me down in the Make Ready shoot.
Oh, yeah. She's got a good shot to do those pictures. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it was a good weekend. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was nice to be back at the track. I don't say this often. I wouldn't have minded like 10 more degrees warmer. That was the first time in 20 some years of racing I haven't sweated in a race car. That was kind of cool. Really awesome to see the amount of people that did show up. I was a little nervous because it got cold as soon as that sun went down. But it was good to see everybody stick around. The racing was pretty darn good across the board. I had fun. Our night wasn't the best. We struggled with the car, but you'll have that some days. It's in one piece, and my dad once told me, if you can load it up in one piece, you can work on making it faster. If you wreck it, you can't make it faster during the week off. So we'll see. Gonna probably run M40 here a couple weeks. Run the Intimidator this Friday. So
are you running it?
No, Bubba's driving the car.
Bubba's driving.
So,
okay.
Yep.
Okay. Bubba Brooks. Correct?
Bubba Brooks.
Bubba
Yep.
Brooks. Okay.
He'll be wheeling the red 51 car. He's been working hard on it all winter and
awesome.
Got a couple things to do. Buy some fuel tonight, and sounds like a tire. Got a text message here a few minutes ago. So if anybody's got a 3045, we didn't have the best set of practice tires left for that car. So
okay,
just so we have something decent to practice.
Yeah, I mean, so Kalamazoo Speedway had 93 cars on the property, it's a good night. Gary once said, if you can get up to above 80, that's a good night. Yep. Especially with the way the financial burden of everything. So and it was cold. Yeah. I mean, 93 cars being cold. And the stands, we've talked about this, just amazing that the crowd that showed up, and the PA system, dude, freaking awesome.
That was my first time really hearing it in action, and it was great to hear. We were in the upper pits, could hear the announcements to, for drivers, get ready for whatever race. But was really cool that we talked about last year a lot, being able to hear you and Jason fantastic. I love Jason. He's a great friend, and he does a kick-ass job up there. You do a kick-ass job, but you couldn't really hear you most of the times. This year, that was not the problem. We could hear your questions. It was really cool. So mad props off to everybody at Kalamazoo Speedway for making that one happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little delayed. I mean, Jason and I struggled a little bit because I went up top during like practice qualifying just to kind of get a good bird's eye view and try to take mental notes of everything. And then Jason got there and he got on the mic, and it was just like he would talk and then boom, it hits you right in the face. And that is so hard when you're on the microphone, you're talking and 3 seconds later, wham, it smacks you in the face like crap. What was I just saying?
It's like our old school podcast days.
Yeah. But it was fun. I enjoyed myself. It was really good to get back to track. Huge shout out to all the winners. Jeff Gannis, I mean, shows up, and like we talked about before, when someone shows up, they're typically going to win. Brock with a big win. Jerry Pearman, his first win at Kalamazoo feature. He was excited. That interview was fun. That was one of my favorite interviews.
So the late model race, the last like 15 laps I got to see. And then the front wheel drive race was all I got to watch. But the late models put on a hell of a show. That battle between Billy was checked out. Those cautions screwed him.
Yep.
But man, that's his time's coming. Him and Jerry's cars both really quick this year.
That was a fun interview with Pierman after the race. There, he was so dang excited, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
We've talked before. I like it when someone gets a win and they're just so pumped, and then you got the guys and gals kind of like, "Yep, I won." Get out and get excited, and that's what we like to see. But LC Jr. starting 24 the way he ended, and the Hoosier front wheel drive. So congrats to him as well. And then Scott Elsey came away with Dare to Be Different race there. That was a controversy, but it was fun.
It wouldn't be a short track without fun.
It's only just begun, but the winner unfortunately had the wrong tires on. And like I said, there's controversy, but that's near here. That's something they can worry about, but it was interesting to be a part of because I had to break it to like Anthony, he thought he won the last chance race, and I thought he won. So I'm excited for him. Like, I'm going to meet him out there. And then as I'm walking to the car, I hear that he's a lap down. I'm like, oh no, I got to break this to him. So I stuck my head in the window, and he's excited. The kid's excited. He didn't know. He's excited. And I'm like, hey, buddy, you were a lap down. He's like, can I get out of the car? I'm like, no, you were a lap down, but you didn't win. And I told him, I said, take it because you earned that race. You went through the pack. I said, but you were unfortunately a lap down. I said, keep your head held high because you busted your ass. And he's like, I need to get out of the car. And I'm like, buddy, no. He's like, it won't start. I said, I'll push start you, buddy. And I'm trying to push him. My pants are falling down. So I'm by myself. I push start him. He pops the clutch and we get him going. And I felt so bad. Like, I just wanted to, anyone, especially a kid, I really wanted to pull him out and be like, dude, I know this is heartbreaking because I would be the same emotional wreck as you were. But I'm hoping it's a learning curve from. I talked to AJ a little bit yesterday. He's like, the problem is he's still learning the clutch. So when he's on the incline coming out of the pits, it threw him off.
Oh, that's
for anyone. That's for anyone. So I really hope, and I know the kid works hard at everything he does. So I really hope he takes as a learning curve and he pushes himself to try to get over that hump. And I say hump because literally it's the hump.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise it was great, man.
It's good to be back. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
You don't realize how many people you haven't seen in 8 months until you get back to the racetrack. So
did you watch Talladega race?
I did.
Thoughts?
Sucked.
Really?
Listen, Talladega can be great. It can be a snooze fest. Yesterday was a snooze fest.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't miss anything. The last lap was exciting. That's about it. Yeah, just everybody's playing a fuel mileage game. There was one point they were running almost 5 seconds slower trying to save fuel, and it's just I don't know what NASCAR needs to do, but that car came out in 2022, and the racing was phenomenal because nobody knew what the hell was going on with it. Now it sucks. Everybody's got it figured out. So we're back to how it was. Nobody can pass. Everybody's bitching about aero and all this other stuff. So yeah, not a fan.
I was always, back in the day, the races you wanted to watch was Daytona, Charlotte, the Talladega, like the big super speedway tracks was always the great races. And now you're saying that
it just wasn't exciting. I caught some of the nationwide race on Saturday. That one was decent, so you'll have it. Ain't always going to be a stellar show.
Yeah. So I guess oh, I see that. Jeez, oh Pete. So I guess I'm the guest today. Paul wanted me as the guest. I don't know why. Obviously, the view count shows that I shouldn't be the guest.
I have redacted questions.
I have no paperwork today.
It's a damn government document.
It's classified, man. It's classified. So I guess I'm going to be the guest today. I don't got anything you need to talk about before we do the damn thing.
Let's get this thing going.
All right. Well, go Chad, Brock says.
Hi, Brock. Congrats on your win, bud.
Yeah. All right. Let's do her. Really?
That is the epitome of Chad Vandenberg in a video right there.
Really?
Every side of him. For those that couldn't tell, the very first picture that was taken last year, I believe Friendsgiving this at the house we were playing that game, and you were voted most likely to start a podcast. Shocking.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Who knew? We got a bunch of comments.
Yeah.
They're probably laughing their butts off. Oh boy. Yeah. Hood pins matter at that. Like you had to get that photo in there.
I added the hashtag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the hashtag needed to be added.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost quite a few hoods on Friday. So hood pins
great.
do matter. Dad, yes. We heard Kalamazoo was starting a petition to get Chad to drive a street stock. Is it happening? Yes, I did get confirmation from Gary about 3:30 today. We'll be live on the website come 9 a.m. tomorrow. So be sure to check out KalamazooSpeedway.com.
First off, thank you, Amanda. Second, Bill, you are 100% right. Stock cars. They got to get back to their old school car.
I did enjoy. Okay, so we'll go back to NASCAR for a quick second. Prior to the race, they had like the 1999 Dale Jarrett and the late 80s Davey Allison car out there doing hot laps. That was pretty sweet.
And I love Davey Allison.
Yep.
I just always that car.
Our buddy Chuck, he's in here. That was his dude. Yep.
Yeah. So Paul Senior, I call you Paul Senior right now because we're gonna have a serious talk.
Well, we can't get to the street stock yet. It is on the list.
Okay, well then I will talk about that when that comes apart because I messaged Alicia on Friday and I explained a lot. So
okay,
all right, Paul, go ahead. And I guess I go ahead.
All right. So Chad normally has the first question he likes to ask. I do not want to do that question, so I will go to my question number one. How do you eat your corn on the cob? Denny Hamlin eats it from the tip down.
What the frick?
Get it together.
Huh? What's that?
Do you use the little like six?
No,
or
I just like grab and
yeah.
I like that question.
That's a good question, isn't it? All right. All right. Moving on to the real questions here. All right. So what is it about doing the victory lane stuff versus racing that attracts you to it?
Well, I to be completely honest, I I will never see Victory Lane. So to
You've
see
seen Victory Lane.
Okay, in a feature race.
We won a feature.
Well, okay. The excitement, man. Like seeing I'm gonna use last year's example, Anthony and Pam, when they won those races. To be a part of that, to see that, to be right there. A lot of people in a lot of tracks dream to have those events happen at their tracks. And to say that, hey, I was one of the first ones there to congratulate the kid, to see the excitement, to share that excitement with the kids. And not only that, just like last week, Jerry Pierman, the excitement that he had getting out of that car, you feel that. And I know there's been times where you felt that too. Obviously, you're in a different standpoint than me. I feel that. And I enjoy it. And it drives me to want to do better as a person because you watch them and how excited they are. And that's their dream. There's a lot of people's dreams to go out to Kalamazoo Speedway and get a feature race. There's been saying that if you can win a feature at Kalamazoo Speedway, you can win a feature anywhere. So to watch somebody come into Kalamazoo Speedway and bust their ass and race their hearts out and get that win, especially the first win, that's why I do.
And I'll go back and piggyback off that, how we talked about being able to hear this year. You could hear the raw emotion out of Pierman on Friday night, and that was really cool. You could tell he was amped up.
His crew members were ramped up, and
it's
awesome to see that because we've talked about this. I'm going to use Gann as an example. He gets out of the car and he's won almost every race you can think of. It's not going to be as exciting for him as it is for a Jerry Pierman or as an Anthony Foote or anyone else. And Brock got out. Brock was excited. Now,
it was very loud.
Holy crap.
Loud stands when Brock got out.
But that's the thing, like, to witness that firsthand and be right there to see that, it's exciting.
Yep. No, I agree. All right. What was your biggest frustration working at the track last year?
We were getting rushed. And I made it known it was a frustration because we never really in the beginning were told like a time limit. Like we have 5 minutes to do these interviews. Originally when this first started, we were told 10, 15 minutes, will be good. Well, I mean, we were cutting down to 2 to 3 minutes, and there was times where we were still getting rushed. And it frustrated me because, for one, these drivers, just kind of goes back to the last question, it may be their first win. We can't rush them off that track.
Yep.
That's a memory that's going to last a lifetime. And if they get rushed off the track after winning their first feature, that's a terrible look to any track. So that frustrated me. So I would say that was probably the biggest frustration.
Do you feel there was a difference on Friday?
Yeah. Well, I kind of helped with that because it was so damn cold. I'm like, look, I'm only doing the winner. I'm not going to do second, third place because it's so cold. Like people, I wasn't going to drag anything. Now it's going to be a little more difficult being solo down there, but I didn't
even think of that. Second and third place.
We may not do second, third place. I may just do first place. And I kind of like what the dirt tracks do where they pick a random person to interview. And maybe that's something I can talk with the track and be like, hey, I obviously the winner, but pull 8th place down. I want to talk to them.
Yeah. So then after the checker flag, they can at least say, hey.
Yeah. And then even if they pull on the other side of the make race shoot, I can talk to them right there and they're off the track and just kind of, because sometimes something happens in the middle or back of the field where, God, I wish I could talk to that person because.
And could you just imagine if Billy Shannon's leading with 2 to go, causes somebody spin out, gets sent to the tail, and all of a sudden he's going to get interviewed from 12th?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
So I want to talk to him about that. So obviously we got to do the winner because the winners deserve it. They won it. It was nice doing second, third place because sometimes those were the best interviews. But being solo now, we got to look at a different standpoint. Obviously first place got to hit it. But I'm going to talk to him about maybe let me pull a random driver that I may be watching and lap 21, this person had a really awesome move or they got screwed and they got spun out. And I want to talk to them because this is entertainment, right?
Supposed to be. Yep.
Well, how do you make entertainment?
You got to make it exciting.
Got to make it exciting.
Yep.
How excited do people get when Stowell throws his Hans device?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Why not talk to somebody that may have got spun out? Maybe, I could have talked to Pressler, seeing what he had to say. Maybe talk to Kenny and be like, hey, what happened? And maybe someone's pissed off enough where there's going to be like, well, that jackwagon over there did this or this and this. But the fans are going to love it. And that's one way to bring in people is to make it entertaining.
And it's something to keep talking about throughout the week till you get back on Friday.
Exactly.
All right. So for those of you who may not know, Chad is also the director of the Kalamazoo Speedway Mini Wedge program series. That on top of your Friday night obligations in Victory Lane, what are your goals for this season?
Honestly, I want the mini wedges to run smooth. We had a lot of hiccups last year. It was our first year running it. A lot of hiccups, and it was partially my fault because I'm learning the system. I had no clue what to do with the mini wedges. I literally was thrown to the wolves, and it's not against anyone at all. It's just I didn't know anything about them. So my goal this year is we're gonna run smooth. We changed a few things up to kind of avoid problems. So my goal is to run smooth, and I want to see these kids have fun. And I'm going to tell you, after yesterday, I left that track with the biggest smile on my face.
Place was packed. It was cool to see.
We had an open practice. There was one kid in particular, first time ever in a mini wedge, or first time ever, I should say, at the track. First time he went out there, he was putting. He was running literally the inside of the track and swerving. Irvin, we call him. By the end of it, we practice was pretty much done, and I told his dad, I said, let him go out there. Like, he's a rookie. Let's get some extra laps on him. We went out there as a team, and we literally set the track up and stood and pointed where he needed to be. By the time he finished that day, he was full throttle on that whole track and clean as could be.
That's awesome.
That's the goal. We are trying to, and there's a lot of series out there that do the same thing, but for me, the satisfaction is knowing that I can watch these kids go through the mini wedge program. I didn't get to watch Anthony or Bam go through it. There was a lot of kids that have gone through the mini wedge or even the quarter midget program. I want to be able to say in 5 years that kid raced in our series, and
that's good. And it was cool to see being a part of it last year. Yeah, everyone was learning. Nobody knew what the heck really to do. Yesterday felt different in all the good ways. Like, you arrived, it was organized, professional. So hats off to you. I think you are in store for a hell of a good year.
I hope so.
I think your car counts are going to be up there, and I look forward to coming out and seeing the kids, because you're right. There's a lot of talent coming up.
I don't know if you were there enough to see that. But when the seniors are out there, the seniors had 4 or 5 out there. At one point, all of them were out there together, and their times are probably close to identical. They're running nose to tail, 3 wide, clean as can be. And I'm like, this is going to be good.
It's
And
boding well for a good season.
yeah, and I really hope that, it consistently happens throughout the year, because their next step is the big track. But I can tell you there's a lot of seniors out there, even juniors, that they're going to have no problem transitioning to the big track. So I'm excited to see that, and that's our goal. We want to prepare them for the next step in their racing career. So
Yep. Excited for it. All right. Worst racetrack memory, but also your favorite racetrack memory.
holy crap.
There's a bet on what the worst one is. So we're going to see who wins.
My worst. I would say my worst racetrack experience would probably be when I crashed in my front wheel drive.
Which time? Sorry, there was a few.
When I hit the wall pretty much head on coming out turn 4, my tire blew.
Okay.
What did you think it was?
I lost the Memorial Day race when you were almost clear, and then Buddy Holly decided to make a hard left, and
That's close. That's probably a tie. That one hurt, but I physically hurt with the wall.
Fair. Doesn't move. Does not move.
My favorite memory is going to be as a kid going to Berlin with my parents. That's probably my favorite I'll never forget. That was our Saturday tradition. I always had a bag of Okie Dokie cheese popcorn.
That's old school, right?
That's
there.
old school, man. And but that's what we got. That was my snack. And my dad with his Dr. Peppers, he'd always bring a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper, and that's what we did. We went to the racetrack, and my mom's friend would come with us sometimes, and we always wanted to see someone lick the wall. That was the thing. I always turned 4. That was the action. So that's probably the best memory.
Not to digress. Did you see who won the limited lates at Berlin on Saturday?
I can't remember the name.
DeVos.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He didn't wreck anyone?
Oh, we won't go there, but he also didn't go to Victory Lane. So
Did he
make
pass
your
deck?
own assumptions. You didn't go to Victory Lane. So
Oh, there we
make your
go.
own assumptions. Anyway,
There-
all right.
There it is.
Moving on. Any plans to hang up the mic and put your helmet back on?
No.
Like this week or in general?
Honestly, my Friday nights are Victory Lane at Kalamazoo Speedway. I enjoy that a lot. If I do put a helmet on, I will be racing M40 on
like
Saturday
that.
nights.
I like that.
I took a lot of thought. Is this about street stock? Are we talking about street stock
In
here?
general,
Because
just in general.
because I can tell you what's going on with the street stock. So prior to Friday, I was going to get the street stock ready and go race until I was up where Jason stands watching the street stock practice and qualifying, and I'm watching this car, and I'm like, oh hell no, that's me.
You were also running on 2.5 cylinders.
I don't care.
so-
Like we've talked about before, a lot of these street stock guys have a lot of money in their cars, a lot of talent. Then I mean a lot of talent. Street stocks side by side, nose to tail. It's great racing. I'm not that talented, and I know people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not that talented.
Well, episode 80, we're going to talk about Chad racing a street stocks.
I am. If I can find a front wheel drive, I will race. I will race 100% if I can find one. There's potential. My work actually talked to me and they want to sponsor me to race. So there's something in the works where I'm probably going to get a front wheel drive,
Nice.
go race the front wheel drive at M40, because I like working. I like doing the victory lane. We talked about this, and I like what M40 does. I like how they respect, and this isn't a diss to any track, but what they do for their drivers, they're thankful. And this is, don't take this the wrong way, Kalamazoo Speedway, but y'all could do a better job of walking around and thanking your drivers. And I love Kalamazoo Speedway. Kalamazoo Speedway is my home. And that's not why I'm not running there.
You're working.
I'm working, and I would rather work. But I heard a lot in last year that got to do better, and that's not on Gary either. That's Randy's got to get out there. People see Randy go by, and they don't know much of him. And I like Randy. There's nothing against Randy.
You know what's a breath of fresh air? Friday night, our buddy Adam Vincent was running the pit gate up at the track. That guy had the biggest damn smile on his face all night, walking around when nothing was going on, talking to the racers, seeing how it's going, offering a suggestion.
Yep.
There needs to be more of that across the board. Because he huge for not only Kalamazoo Speedway but for the sport, and his energy and positivity.
You know what I heard about M40, and I didn't experience this, but I heard about it, is I believe Bill went to every damn pit stall and thanked them for showing up.
Yep.
The owner.
Yep.
That's huge to any racer. Now Gary does that for the big races, which is great, but that shouldn't be just on Gary.
No.
And I may take a lot of shit for that, but I'm it's time to be real. It's time to be real. Like the sport is dying, and anything that an owner can do to help these tracks, their track, any other track, because you got to work together. Thank your drivers. Invite drivers out. Jason told me before that, he invited somebody to come race. I don't remember who it was.
Jack Landis.
Jack Landis. And Jack's like, you were the first one to ever reach out to me and ask me to come race Kalamazoo. I'll come out.
There's sometimes we get invited to races and like have no intention of going, but I tell them it is freaking awesome that you took the time out to send me a message and see if we'd be interested in coming out.
We can't. I'm not calling them lazy by any means, but we can't take the lazy way out. We can't expect them to just show up anymore. It's not like it used to be. The cost is insane. You have to invite them. You have to make them feel welcome. And it starts from your front gate. It starts from your ticket window. It starts from your concession stands. It starts from your pit stewards. It starts all the way down the line till you get to that owner. And that owner needs to thank these drivers for coming out.
And let me tell you, when you're not having the best night, having a track official bitch at you, not a good way. Not a good taste in the mouth. So.
Nope. And I've heard that from a bunch of different tracks too. So these owners think, and I'm not an owner, so please don't. This is just a full opinion of my own. If I'm a driver, I want to be thanked.
Yep. I
mean, we're spending money, and Bill, I think, said it earlier, is if it wasn't for the drivers, there would be no fans.
Or even, I get it's hard, especially at Kalamazoo between the split areas, but after the races, a lot of people hung out Friday, which was kind of cool for how cold it was. Swing by on a golf cart, have a beer.
Dude, get on the mic and say, I just want to say, hey, thanks guys for showing up tonight.
Yep.
That would go a far way.
No, I did hear Colby at the beginning of the night.
Yep.
He did thank everybody when he first did the mic check and everything.
Yep.
So.
No, 100%. And like I said, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And we've talked about this where it's got to be, you can't have a pit steward be a dick, especially if you're having a shit night. And it's going to come down where that driver's going to be like, screw this. I'm not coming back because this dude's being an asshole. So,
all right. Moving on to a not so serious question. For those of you that don't know, Chad sings very well. For $1, send it to my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I'll send you some videos. But Chad, if you're going to go do karaoke, what's the song you're going to pick to do?
Depends. Honestly, if I'm going out just to have a blast and just make fun, I'm going to do an old-fashioned song like I Like You've Lost That Love and Feeling.
Sang that one before.
We were on the cruise ship and I picked that song to do it, or you went up and it wasn't even that song. I don't even remember what song it was, some oldies. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm running with this one. But I like singing Shine Down. You and I do a really good remastered version of Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow Picture. You are a great Sheryl Crow.
Thank you. I have many talents. That happens to be one of them.
Yeah. No, Miley Cyrus. No. I do. I enjoy singing.
Voice of an angel.
It takes a lot for me to get up there and sing because I don't like my voice. I don't like. I just suck listening to my.
What's up, Donnie? Kenny?
I'm not
joking. This guy's actually a really good singer. One day we'll give him some Hypnotic up in Kalamazoo with a microphone, and we'll let him be.
Yeah,
after the races.
I was singing at the banquet.
Oh yeah, you were. Yep.
Oh well, we're just gonna move on from that.
All right.
Next question, Paul. Go ahead,
we
bud.
have these 2 little bottles sitting here because I had a challenge on my Facebook today that if I got 1 like, Chad had to do a fireball for everybody. We got a lot, like 70.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So cheers. This is to Chad and to all of our amazing fans. Alicia even has one over there.
Sure helped me out with this one, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Hey, this is actually this is all to you guys, Paul and Alicia. This is not for me. This is for everyone. We can't do this without you guys. So, cheers, guys.
It's warm. Oh.
Yeah, my pop.
All right. Oh yeah, here you go, bud.
Oh.
All right.
No.
Moving on.
I hate Firebolt.
You didn't spit it up this time though.
I don't
So
want to talk about that.
you're making good progress. If you're ever in the infield after a race,
Stay away.
Andy
from me.
Bozell is a heck of a peer pressure guy when it comes to Chad. So, all right, Chad, you have given a lot of great advice. So I want to hear what your best piece of advice is versus the best piece you've ever gotten.
Well, I'm going to go right to the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten. You actually gave it to me, to never put racing before your family. That was probably the one piece of advice that's always stuck with me, because you gotta survive at home. If you can't survive at home, why are you at the racetrack? Why are you driving? Why are you going to eat ramen noodles? And there's nothing against ramen noodles by any means, but why are you going to live off ramen noodles just to go race? And some people may want to do that. That's fine. But I would rather be able to afford life and then go look at racing.
Touche.
That's probably the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten, and that was thanks to you. My best piece of advice is simple: go have fun. And I have a hard time following this advice myself, and I'm pretty negative at times, and I'll be the first to admit it. But keep the positivity and always have fun, because for one, you never know when your last day on earth's ever going to be. And you don't want your last day to be a negative day.
Damn. That's deep. I like the way you put that.
And it sucks because I have a hard time following my own advice there, because sometimes negativity gets the best of you.
The most you can do is try, though.
Yeah.
Have the mindset that.
But it's essentially just go have fun. And I tell any driver I talk to, just go have fun and come see me in Victory Lane. Have fun. Because if you're having fun, it doesn't matter what happens.
And that's huge. I mean, we didn't have the best night Friday, and we still had a great time. You know, everybody laughed, had a good smile.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What's your motivation to get up every morning?
My kids.
Nice. That was quick.
You're there, but it's
You're the one getting him up.
You're digging deep here. I care about what people think of me. I know, shocker, right? I worry about it. I want to be liked. When it comes to my kids, I want my kids to be proud of me. I want them to say, that's my dad. And if I'm not going to wake up in the morning and think that I'm going to go make them proud, what's the point of waking up?
That's pretty legit, man. Chad and Paul counseling live on Monday nights.
My wife is very, very close second, but her and I have this thing where our kids will always come before each other. She will put the kids above me, and I will put the kids above her, because honestly, you know, the kids.
That's what makes it great.
Kids
parents.
come first. So,
and you have two amazing kids.
Sometimes.
So. To me, because I can just walk away when they start to cause mayhem.
They have their moments, buddy. You know that. You've seen it.
All right. Another deep one.
God bless it, man.
Hardest lesson this sport has taught you.
Money doesn't buy talent.
Boom. Damn straight.
John
West Townley.
Honestly, like, you can have probably the best car out there, and if you have no talent, the car's junk. If you don't know how to pass clean, if you don't know how to restart, the car means nothing.
Man's preaching tonight. All right. This is the question I added when I got here.
Oh, great.
So when I pulled in, I didn't see Chad. I was talking to Alicia and the kids. Chad was chilling down here and we were watching Titanic. Chad, have you ever been painted like a French lady?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
For an extra $2.99, we can go live for that. All right, back to the real questions. If you were to take over Kalamazoo Speedway or any racetrack for that matter, what is the first thing as an owner you would want to do?
You're an ass. Honestly, I would want to do a State of the Union. And what I mean by that is I would want to get all the drivers, instead of having the damn awards party, I want to get all the drivers, all the owners, and I want to have a open meeting of what their issue is, what we can do to fix it, what's going to make you come back, what's going to make you tell your friends to come back. There's a lot of drivers, there's a lot of owners that have their opinions. And some of these owners, and I'm going to use Donnie as an example, who's been around for eons, knows a thing or two. He knows a thing or two. Yep. And he's probably got some of the best advice that he has given both of us. And some track owners can probably, it would probably help to sit down and talk to Donnie. Yep. And it's not just Donnie. There's plenty of car owners. There's plenty of drivers out there that have great opinions that what can make racing great again.
Donnie, yes, I'm sure we can make that happen.
Honestly, someone's mentioned that before. We got to have a State of the Union with these drivers, and that's what I would do. And it might suck. You might have earful as an owner, but it's your moneymaker.
You know what got me Friday is, I don't know about you, but I still have this mindset that I'm 21 years old out there.
No.
Yeah. But our generation that we kind of grew up racing, mainly what brought it out is, okay, we parked next to AJ and his boys. All right. When I first started late model racing, I was racing against Terry.
Really?
Now there's AJ. And now the kids are racing. It's like we are the old guys now. We got to do something. So
yeah, we've talked about this before. I mean, it's these older generation. It's not going to be around for long. If we don't get a younger generation to start racing, there will not be a sport. And that's the biggest reason why I decided to do the main wedges again, because they are the future. Yep. And if I can just, even if it's just a small part, that if I can drive them just a little bit to want to continue racing, I've done my job. And because without them, this is nothing.
Yep.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually have part two, what I would do if I was car owner, or if I was track owner. 16 under free. Every race, no matter what. Every race. I'm going to say this, and I may get a lot of shit for this, but what Russell's doing over there at M40, God, I thought the cop was pulling here. I went, oh shit. What the Russells are doing at M40, they're probably not making money. They're probably not. But I went to Owasso, and it was at $14 a person to get into Owasso. We spent $28 for Alicia and I to get into Owasso for a big race. That was, I think, to reveal the hammer race. Yep. Spent $28. Because I only spent $28 to go watch some badass racing, we bought 2 sweatshirts. We bought concession food. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 sweatshirts. People are more apt to buy souvenirs, concessions, if they don't pay an arm and a leg to get in. You can't bring a family of 4 in and spend $60 and think they're going to go buy anything from a souvenir shop or go buy a bunch of concessions.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. We paid $28, got in the races, bought 3 sweatshirts and a bunch of concession. I ate like a pig because I could afford it, because I didn't pay. And I said something to Gary and them before. I said, man, I paid $28 for Alicia and I to get into Wausau. Yeah, we drove to get there, but it was worth it because the ticket was only $14 a piece. M40, they're still what, $8 ticket?
$8 this Saturday. Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen there? And let me tell you, because I've been there, those concessions are long. The lines are long.
They're affordable though.
They're affordable. Their lines are long because people aren't spending an arm and leg to get into this racetrack. I understand you got to make some money. I get that. We got to give tickets away. Oh, we could go on. We're gonna move to the next question.
I'm excited. We used to go to M40 a lot prior to the Russells coming on board with it. And it was always a good time, but seeing how it's turned around, I'm excited. Hopefully take 2 or 3 cars there here in a couple of weeks. So these cars of the year, those Spencer shows. Yeah. Not wrong. I mean,
you're not
look
wrong.
at the Clash on that.
But you're not wrong. But I'm going to throw this out there. The Clash has the 2 biggest classes in the area. You got your Outlaw late models.
Honestly, 3 street stocks, man.
Now it's street stocks. Yeah. So that should sell out. That is, and plus that event has been around for so damn long that people know. People pay money to go see the Clash because it's the Clash. But how do we get every week to be like that? Make it affordable. I understand big shows. We have to make the big shows a higher price tag because you're paying out these drivers an arm and a leg. That's understandable. You have no issue filling the stands on those big shows. But these smaller weekly shows, you got to do something to get these butts in the stands.
Yep.
And even if you have to give away 500 tickets, guess what? You're going to give away 500 tickets. But those 500 tickets sold, they're going to buy something because they're going to buy a drink. They're going to buy food. You're going to make more money than what we would not giving those tickets away. They're not coming, but you give them a ticket, they're going to come and they're going to buy a concession stand. So you know what? You might make $30 off them.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. I have one more question and then it's time for word association. Paul's word association.
Great.
All right. When you raced, did you have any pre-race rituals like drinking water or anything like that?
Oh, you're an asshole.
For those of you that don't know, Chad doesn't drink water.
Let me tell you how that kicked me in the ass on Friday.
What's up, buddy?
Friday, I came home, went to bed, and I got a Charlie horse in my left leg. That lasted probably, what did you say, 15, 20 minutes? Screaming, I couldn't do anything to get it fixed. Then I finally get it calmed down and I fall back asleep and I get a Charlie horse in my right leg. For the same 15, 20 minutes, nothing worked. So I kicked myself in the ass for not drinking water.
One of these years you're going to learn.
I did pretty well last year. You were impressed with me a few times drinking water at the track.
You can't just drink water.
Yeah. The hydration starts days before.
Pickle juice. Ugh.
Pickle juice or mustard. Mustard has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, she's going to wake up one morning and I'm going to be at the damn refrigerator.
Doing what?
Nope.
All right.
Rituals. Honestly, I paced a lot.
Yes, you did.
Before the race, I always paced. I'd go back and forth. I tried music and I get sick of it. A lot of back and forth. When I smoked cigarettes, because the last time I raced, I was smoking cigarettes. I smoked like a chief before the race. But other than that, it was mainly just a lot of pacing back and forth. And yeah, that was probably it.
I kind of forgot about the pacing.
Oh my God, it was bad. What's my ritual?
Ready, shoot. What do you do?
Oh, make ready, shoot. Yes. Make ready, shoot. My ritual is I always said a prayer. And then I talk to my dad. Just told him to keep an eye out for me and watch over me. And if he had it in him to give me a win, bring it to me.
I love that.
I would always just have a little chit chat with my dad and Now, if Top Row ever had a camera in me racing, that would
Hear that audio?
that audio would have been awesome, because I'm going to tell you, usually when that green flag dropped, I'm not going to do it, but whoa, because it's so fun, man. It's so damn fun. You are going from a pace lap to just balls to the wall. And I don't care if it's a front wheel drive, man. You're flat footing that. When do you flat foot on a damn streetcar? I get on the highway, or when you and I are racing the casino in our new trucks. But that's so damn exciting. And I thought about that, like, man, I had so much fun in front wheel drive. So much fun. And there's times I got out and I wanted to beat some ass, but I had fun. And what do we talk about?
Having fun.
Have fun, man. Get out of the car, smile. Dude, do you remember me getting out of the car 99% of the time in that front wheel drive? What did I have on my face? Other than that was cramped up because I didn't drink water. But I was smiling, man.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yes, it was on I-94, Rita.
Yeah.
We made it to
We're not going to talk about that, Chad.
yeah, we are, because that was awesome. I beat your ass.
Isn't this the thing we passed the cop?
I guess we aren't talking about it. All right. We made it to Firekeepers from Kalamazoo in like 5 minutes. Sorry.
All right, we digress.
We
All
digress.
right. Word association. Chad's favorite game. You ready, Chad? You know the rules? You know how to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Fireball.
Yuck.
Rude. That was my word,
Oh.
not your word. Black flag.
Oh, well.
Who?
Oh, well.
Oh. I thought you said Bozell. That was also rude. What's with you? Family.
The best.
Sinead O'Connor.
It's our song.
NASCAR.
Eh.
Daytona.
Fucking awesome. Butt plugs.
Would be the best response. Scooters.
Scooters. Paul running in the back of a car.
Casinos.
Take my money.
AI promoting.
What?
AI promoting.
Change it up.
Racetrack food.
Delicious.
Tech.
What's tech? They didn't tech for shit at Kalamazoo. They weighed the Outlaw Limiteds. They didn't do anything else. Sorry, guys, but Jesus criminy.
Gary Howe.
He's a pain in the ass.
Randy Ritchie.
Could do better.
Send it.
Tough truck.
Favorite moment.
Daytona.
Song.
Can't think of it now. No. Shinedown.
Did you ever listen to the song I sent you on Saturday?
No, I have not.
Oh, you should.
Symptoms of Being Human, Shinedown.
That is a great song. That is a very good song.
I couldn't think of the name of it.
All right, last one is not really word, but sentence association. Last thought, leaving the racetrack.
I'm fucking tired.
Whoa. Yeah, that's very fair, though. Good job, Chad. See, that wasn't bad.
No,
That
no,
wasn't bad.
All right, so for you that may not know me, it doesn't take much alcohol for me to just blurt things out. So if you ever need to get some information, I'll just give me something. Thank you, Tina. We're gonna talk about that. Are we okay talking about it? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I didn't really know it had even happened until after the races. So
this is what happened. The end of the race, and the front wheel drive dot. They're like, don't say anything on the mic yet. We have to check tires. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought you guys did this in tech already, but okay. They walked up to the 88 and literally checked his tires, and they were Falcons. You can't run Falcons in the dot because they're not 300 tread wear or more. I think they're like 200 tread wear. So God bless our tech guy. Explained to him that, hey, your tires are illegal. So he got disqualified.
How'd that go? Did you get to see it?
I did. I was right next to him. And then Jason says, Chad, what's going on down there? So, of course, the smart ass I am, I said, well, we got a fight over here and we got a guy failing pre-race or post-race inspection.
Who was fighting?
LC. Well, I guess it really wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight. There was a communication and then there was a little bit of pushing. So it wasn't necessarily a fight. It was just ruffled feathers. First race of the year. Yeah, racetrack shenanigans. But yeah, so the driver of the 88 said, why did you let me through tech if my tires were illegal? He's not wrong.
Nope.
Why have a tech? And this goes to any track. This is not directed just at Kalamazoo Speedway. Why have a tech if we're not going to tech?
That's good to hear. I'm glad the driver of the 88 was calm and respectful when going to talk to Gary. That's how it should be. Not always the easiest to do.
You know, the good thing is that we're not on Kalamazoo's Facebook anymore because we'd probably be kicked out after the show.
Yeah. Again.
And this isn't nothing bad. That's like I said, it was the first race. It was cold, but that was one of those situations where you have to catch that. You have to. You are going to preach that dots run dots, Hoosiers run Hoosiers. Why are we not checking that?
I bet it will be checked this week.
It needs to be. And because that's a bad look for the track.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to see the track look like that.
And I can tell you, those tires on the 88 weren't going to change a whole lot, I don't think. That 88 was hooked up.
Those tires have a lot to do with it. 200 tread wear rating, man. They grip and rip like a Hoosier. So he definitely had an advantage. There was an advantage there. So because if there wasn't an advantage, why wouldn't they allow him, right?
True.
So
Tom, you'd be honestly kind of impressed. We passed what was teched. So
buddy, I'm not gonna go there because
it's cool.
Yeah.
Don't give away the gray areas.
But. No gray areas. But yeah, so yeah, Tina, that's
so
what
somebody
saying.
ratted out the other driver.
But there is ratting out a driver. I get that, but if we were supposed to tech before the feature, why didn't we catch that? It's a bad look, and that was my complaint, and that's why I just like. That's a bad look for any track. If you're going to have that rule, you gotta make sure that shouldn't have happened. So hopefully it's a learning experience. Like I said, it was the first race of the year. There's jitters going on. So yeah, it's just something any track needs to make sure that if we have an issue, let's get it corrected for the next week so we don't run into this again, because that's a track killer.
Yeah.
Because that guy is going to probably go around, hopefully not, but man, they let me on the track, but then disqualified me because I won. Because if he would have got fourth place, he'd have been fine. So it's a bad look.
Yep. Well, good job, Chad. Fun interview. And now, Top Row Racing Media crash of the week with, was it trifecta? Double fecta?
Two of them. Let's do the damn thing. Super Pac-Man race over at New Paris. This looks entertaining. Watch this, man. Yep. Oh. and I were talking about that is a nice car. And listen to those stands. They are excited, entertainment, and which is normal for a night destruction. But
What do you think the speed difference was between those two cars?
oh
Had to
no,
be at
but
least 20.
that was a nice car. That was probably a daily driver.
You could still flip it back over.
This is like getting where you're driving the car to the track.
I don't even know what the hell's going on in this.
Trackman race. They're just pick up the oh. Shit.
Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness.
It'd be cool. Maybe at some of our Night of Destruction events, we can get those Pac-Man races.
Yeah. It was a car enduro, but still, either way, I mean, that's sweet. Like, let's wreck them up. How does new class not
We're
get
catching up on all these comments.
I
here.
know. Huh.
Opened up a can of worms. It's
Yeah,
all right.
I
It's all
did.
right.
I'm pretty good at opening up a can of worms. That's okay though. But Lewis with some great footage again. That Super Pac-Man race looked fun
Looks
though.
fun.
It almost reminds me of the road rage or something where the car, if you can't chase them until they hit you or something like that. But it looks fun. But like I said, that red car looked like a daily driver.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was
geez,
nice.
it's nicer than some of the cars that
One and
get to the
done.
track. But yeah, that car's done. But yeah, that car enduro, they're smashing some crap right there.
Yeah, they were.
All in just a 10, 15 second clip. There's 5 damaged cars just like that. Oh, Chase Adam.
Well,
Yeah.
this Friday, Kalamazoo Speedway Intimidator 100 with a little star next to it because Mother Nature looked like she's going to
It's early.
not allow that to happen.
It's getting warmer. So the forecast shows warmer weather than what it was on Friday.
Percentage
now-
is also getting higher.
But the rain is now starting to roll in, but it's Monday. We all know that the forecast changes hourly here in Michigan.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, so no late models. Donnie, I was like,
Donnie, you're more than welcome. Come hang out in the 51 pit.
there you go. Yeah, no late models. So what do we say? Outlaw late models,
Streets and
street stock,
front-wheel
and front wheel
drives.
drive. So, yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm excited to see the Outlaws back out there. Very similar to the Limiteds, but a little bit different there, and you're gonna have different drivers. So
Different drivers, yeah.
I hear a couple of guys that are just finishing up their cars, and it's gonna be a real close call for them to make it. But I really hope that they can get 18 to 20 of them.
I think you'll be surprised. I think there's actually going to be a lot with the Reveal the Hammer coming out.
I was just gonna think I think that's a good practice for the Reveal the Hammer race, and I'm hoping it is. It'd be nice to see it be feature. It's always good. I mean, I love the Outlaws, man. I've always loved the Outlaws. They're just fast.
Yep.
But yeah, we got M40 season opener on Saturday as well. So
$8 to get in.
get out there, support your local tracks.
Take a friend.
Take
Take
more
some
than
Fireball.
Don't take Fireball. Get rid of the Fireball. But yeah, take a friend, take a cooler. Let's take your kids. 100%. Alicia, valid point. Take your kids. Let's get these phones. And I can't say much because my kids are literally in that room right over there with phones. But take them to the track because my fondest memory is a kid at the track too. So
Same.
you guys, thank you. Paul, thank you.
It's been fun. That was good. I look forward to this one all week.
You opened up some worms.
We'll talk Hartford Motor Speedway.
Yeah, we'll talk. Not sure yet. We'll talk.
I'll be out there as a fan. I know that much.
So we'll definitely talk. Not sure about the fun place, but we'll talk. But yeah, take a friend, take your family, take your kids, take a cooler, take a blanket just in case. Go have fun. Go to these tracks, support them because without us, there is no racing. So, Paul, thank you again.
thank
You
you,
brought
buddy.
back a lot of fond memories and some good times. Alicia, thank you for the video. That that video is embarrassing, but it's great.
I appreciate you, Donnie. Got us to the track on Friday.
It's just-
You and Lon and
Yeah.
Bubba. That's-
So you guys, thank you, Donnie. Appreciate that. Thank you guys again, everyone, for supporting us. I know I say this a lot, but seriously, you guys are awesome. We love you all. We love the sport. So, guys, just remember, check in with your friends and family. Sometimes the ones that need the most help are typically the ones that don't want your help. Sometimes all it takes is just an open ear to help somebody through a rough time. And Big Sexy is leaving the store.
This all right. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Woo!